Itachi and Obito test each other. On Naruto's side, however, he has already arrived at Daimyo's side of the Kawa no country and completed the task. The process was not very smooth, although under the banner of Konoha, the country of fire. But the daimyo of the country of Chuan obviously didn't take it seriously. But fortunately, Naruto and the others didn't ask for help from others, but as Konoha's messengers, they came here to deliver a message. Therefore, the daimyo of the country of Kawa did not embarrass them. But it didn't give any good looks. The three of them delivered what should be delivered and finished what should be said. He was invited out without even seeing Daimyo Kawanakuna's face during the whole process. Say yes, but in fact it is no different from rushing. So that after coming out, Xiao Li was very puzzled. Shikamaru-kun, Konoha. Was there a bad relationship with Kawano country before? Their attitude is so bad. Xiao Li didn't understand. He always felt that Daimyo Kawanokuni, as well as his subordinates, seemed to have some opinion on Konoha shinobi. This may be related to the current environment. Shikamaru didn't bother and helped Xiao Li out. After Sand Shinobi attacked Konoha some time ago, our village and other villages are starting to prepare for the battle, you know? Xiao Li nodded. I know that. Teacher Guy said that the real war seems to be coming soon. That's it. Shikamaru spread his hands. The kingdom of Sichuan is considered a small country, not even 1/10 the size of the country of fire. But the land of rivers is sandwiched between the land of wind and the land of fire. It's a military buffer zone. While any party wants to attack the country of Chuan, the country of Sichuan can seek the support of the other party. And any party that wants to attack the other party has to go through the territory of the country of Sichuan. So, this is also the reason why they have no fear. Shikamaru analyzed well. Naruto heard it, but shook his head secretly. Shikamaru's IQ is unquestionable, and his analysis makes sense. But Shikamaru hadn't experienced war after all. What kind of military buffer zone? Once the two major ninja villages fight, the country of Sichuan will become the second country of rain in minutes. It's just that Konoha never started a war. This was the case during the first generation period. It was even proposed to distribute the tail beasts evenly for peaceful purposes. What a mind! During the period of the second generation project, we also followed the internal development route. Establish a ninja school and redefine the ninja system. It also truly established Konoha's status as the #1 ninja village in the ninja world. But in the period of third generation, Konoha, it becomes much more interesting. The third generation has been in power for decades, and the ninja world has basically never stopped. The ninja world war is still second. The key is the internal consumption of Konoha. Not to mention the individual cases where a strong man like White Fang was reduced to suicide. The big Senju, the big Uchiha, all disappeared. Even the strongest foreign aid, the country of the Vortex, was destroyed by Mist Shinobi's attack. These are the cornerstones of Konoha's status as the #1 ninja village in the ninja world. Without Senju Hashirama, without Uchiha Madara, Sleepy Leaf is not the third in the ninja world. It depends, isn't it the power of these two #1 ninja families? However, Konoha has declined like this, and it is not enough. There was a gold flash, and he was played to death by his own people. The reason turned out to be getting too close to Uchiha. Really amazing. So much so that the current Konoha has been reduced to the position of being bullied by a small country riding on its head. The country of Kawa. Naruto turned his head and glanced at the place. Feel. After the bag is stable, you can come over. The status quo of the ninja world is actually quite interesting. It was fun too. The future boss level evil organization, Akatsuki. Now, half the members are with him. After Minato is revived, he doesn't know what else he will do. I don't know if there will be a ninja war. If there is a fight, can Konoha survive this time? Naruto raised an eyebrow. Although it's none of his business, if he wants to stay out of it, no one can stop him. But the reverse is also true. If he wanted to stop something, he would be able to stop it. Okay. Let's take a break here. Seeing that it was getting late, Shikamaru also stopped. The next stop is the Land of Rain. This place is rather strange. It has been many years since I have established a relationship with Konoha. A few days ago, I went to the master of the 5th generation project to ask for a mission record. After so many years, I didn't even have one. Shikamaru exhaled. In short, everyone, be mentally prepared. The country of rain is probably more difficult than the country of rivers this time. Naruto pouted. Isn't it difficult? The place they are going now is the base camp of the Akatsuki organization. Let's see what Nagato says. Right now, Minato and his wife have not yet awakened, and his Nine Tails mode may not be in perfect condition. But it doesn't matter. Just other skills are enough to fight Nagato. After all, Nagato's Rinnegan wasn't at his best either. Moreover, he can't enter the perfect Nine Tails mode now, but the statuette mode can start. When he sleeps at night, he can also sign in the Nine Tails space. The current usage rates are close to 90%, steady as an old dog. The three stopped in place, ready to rest, and at the same time. The trial between Itachi and Obito has also come to an end. Itachi kept testing Obito's bottom line. At the same time, he was holding on to his own Tsukuyomi tightly. Uchiha Madara has detailed information about his abilities. The intention to kill has not been moved, obviously not because of fear, but because there are means to deal with it. Itachi knew this well. He can see through the chakra flow of Uchiha Madara's pupil technique, and Uchiha Madara can see through his. Indeed so. Obito didn't want to use Izanagi against Itachi's Tsukuyomi. Itachi kept testing his bottom line. He didn't want to expose it all. And finally, Kisame, who has diarrhea, feels like the time has come. The water body disappeared, and Kisami's body walked back with a smile. The two stopped immediately. This battle is not long. It started with Itachi throwing out the shuriken, but it took less than 10 minutes. But fighting among ninjas, especially at this level, 10 minutes is a bit long. But this is just right for Kisame. 10 minutes of diarrhea is just right. Oh, my stomach, after all, my stomach was ruined, and I was careless. You two have to be careful in the future. Ghost Shark walked out with a smile. Both Itachi and Obito stopped moving. But the hazy fig leaf between the three of them was completely torn apart by Gui Shark. Nine Tails Jinchuriki will soon arrive in the land of rain. Obito stopped pretending and told the situation directly. Even if you go to the country of Vortex now, it won't be long before you will receive orders to come back. So, just think it's for your brother, don't go far. Otherwise, I don't mind being the last of Uchiha's clan myself. After Obito finished speaking, he glanced at Kisame coldly. You did a good job, Kisame. Keep an eye on him. If necessary, kill him. Space Uzumaki reappeared, and Obito's figure slowly disappeared. Itachi had such an urge to activate Amaterasu at this moment. But after thinking about it, I gave up. Uchiha Madara's ability, he already understood part of it. If you continue to provoke, I'm afraid it will really anger this guy. After Obito left, Itachi looked at Kisame. Kisame shook his hand with a smile. Don't look at me like that, Itachi-san. We are the best partners. I've been with Ghost for so long. Itachi has already learned about Kisami's behavior patterns and expression habits. This seems to be a joke, but in Guishang's heart, it is serious. If not, Kisame would not use that lame reason to create enough space for the two of them. Plus the role of distinguished heavenly gods. Itachi felt that his so-called partner might really be able to give him some trust. My physical attacks have no effect on him, Itachi said bluntly. Do you have any information about his abilities? Ghost Shark was stunned. He really didn't expect Itachi to say that. Kisame showed a troubled expression. That's my former boss after all. Itachi-san asked me that. I'm very embarrassed. Hearing this, Itachi simply sat down by the small river again. Previous boss. Ah. The corner of Itachi's mouth twitched, but it was hidden by the burqa, so he couldn't see it. His pupil technique should be the reason why he ignores physical attacks. He is very cautious, and every time he predicts an attack, he will activate that pupil technique. It may not be that big of a drain on him, but he is really trying to prevent any possibility of injury. Itachi said lightly. The ghost shark behind him also smiled. First. It was the first time in Itachi-san's body that I felt this familiar and yet strange feeling. Trust. Not many, but there are. His illusion is also outrageous. My Lord Fourth Mizukage, the one you killed with Amaterasu earlier. Before I rebelled, I was controlled by him with illusion all the time. It's ironic. Gui Shagwai laughed. Shock flashed slightly in Itachi's eyes. One is the layout planning that shocked Uchiha Madara. It was the frankness that shocked Kisame. So when I saw him behind 4th Mizukage, my mind just fell apart. He said the world is false and wanted to show me the real world. Then I came to the Akatsuki organization. Ghost Shark has a showdown. The will to destroy the Shao organization has already taken root in his mind. On top of this will, there are some things that extend out. Like giving up allegiance to Uchiha Madara. Itachi-san can still see clearly. A traitor. How can you talk about loyalty? I see. Itachi exhaled. It seems that my fight with 4th Mizukage that day was actually just his temptation to me. Itachi fell into memory. That was his first partner after coming to Shao organization. 10 possessions of loquat. Unfortunately, it ended up with an incomplete corpse. But when dying, he also saw his own life clearly. Who said it wasn't? Ghost Shark also exhaled. I joined the Akatsuki organization only because of his order. And I have only received 2 orders so far, one is to monitor you, and the other. Having said that, Sha Ranjung, Itachi just heard another instruction clearly. It seems that he is determined to start with 9 tails Jinchuriki. Itachi frowned. Then, silently took out the flying thunder god kunai. The ghost shark next to him looked at it, his eyes slightly surprised. Is Itachi-san planning to tell 9 tails Jinchuriki directly? I really can't figure out your thoughts. I was still wondering whether 9 tails Jinchuriki would become the second Akatsuki organization. But now, they're all people trying to change the world. Itachi said lightly. Unfortunately, they also have the power to change the world. And Itachi said halfway, but glanced at Kisame. There's not much else we can do other than stop them. Itachi played with the flying thunder god kunai in his hand, his eyes gradually became distant. This world does not belong to anyone. The ninja world is the ninja world. It should not be decided by someone's will whether to live or die. This is what I see in my eyes, the truth of the world. There are no wrong people, and there are no wrong things. There are only people's emotions and conflicts of interest. There was a flash in Kisame's eyes. He didn't understand, but he knew what Itachi was thinking. So, let them regard each other as enemies, and we will mediate between them. Is this Itachi-san's plan? It doesn't seem too difficult. Itachi shook his head. What we have to do is to balance the income. It was drizzling. After a night of rest, Naruto and his party finally set foot on the land of rain. This weather is really bad. Shikamaru, who was wearing a raincoat, complained. I heard that the land of rain didn't rain all the year round, but after the self-blockade in recent years, it hasn't stopped raining. Naruto secretly listened. What? The rain in the land of rain is Nagato's attention to the rain of chakra. Rain Tiger Freedom Art. It can be regarded as a perceptual enchantment. Once outsiders invade pain, this technique will end and enter the hunting time. At this time, Naruto raised his eyebrows slightly. The reason was that in the 9 tails space, he suddenly felt a call. Naruto? It is the voice of Kushina, 280. Naruto immediately stopped, and his consciousness came to the 9 tails space. Kushina unexpectedly woke up. I am here. I thought that the Minato couple would not be able to wake up before resurrecting the 2 of them. Unexpectedly, Kushina would call him at this time. It seems that the chakra of the Uzumaki family still has a restraining effect on 9 tails. Where are we? Minato. We made an appointment to wake up together, why did he? Kushina's mental state was obviously not very good, and she looked around in a daze. Naruto didn't know how to respond. I'm here, Kushina. Minato suddenly appeared, and Naruto raised his eyebrows. Most of the green light left on Minato's body by the distinguished heavenly gods has disappeared. It should be that the distinguished heavenly gods counteracted some of the erosion of 9 tails consciousness. But anyway, it's a good thing to wake up. It's raining. Naruto, where are you now? Minato asked. Naruto was silent for a moment. He exhaled and said softly, the land of rain. I'm afraid the plan will change a little bit. Minato and Kushina can wake up. It seems like he doesn't have to do it alone. I just don't know what's going on with Minato and Kushina. The land of rain. How did you come to the land of rain? Kushina frowned. Wait. You are Jonin now? Later, Kushina discovered that the green Konoha shinobi Naruto was wearing was back. Immediately overjoyed. but soon his face was straight again. Hey, the old man Sarutobi Hiruzen is dead, but they are hardworking. Minato put his arms around his wife lightly. On his face, the usual sunny smile was restored. It should still be Chunin. Naruto's Chunin assessment has been suspended, but the strength has obviously passed the Chunin assessment. For Jonin, there should be a period of time to perform the task. Minato looked at Naruto with a smile, and Naruto also nodded. Goodbye, Minato. Naruto found that there was a slight change in Minato. It seems that the pupil power of Danzo's distinguished heavenly gods has been weakened a lot. But the green light on Minato's body still exists, so he doesn't worry. Minato will become that little sun again after resurrection. I am here this time to carry out a mission in the land of rain. Naruto said. Master Tsunade is 5th Hokage now, and said let's tell other small nations. The country of rain is the second stop. We just finished from the country of river yesterday. The Minato couple looked at each other. There was some surprise in their eyes. Master Tsunade. Is he succeeding 5th Hokage? Kushina exclaimed. Ah, that's great, in this world, except for Minato and Naruto. Tsunade is Kushina's last relative. Both refer to first generation's wife, Uzumaki Mito, as grandma. After the Uzumaki kingdom was destroyed, Kushina came to Konoha. Tsunade also took care of Kushina for a while. Great. If Master Tsunade succeeds, Naruto, you won't be afraid of being bullied in the future. Kushina was very excited. Minato also nodded slightly. Yes. If Master Tsunade hadn't left the village back then, Naruto these years. Master Tsunade left the village, it's because he's completely disappointed with Dr. Konoha. Kushina interrupted. Nagato suddenly changed his face and said coldly. Master Tsunade's lover, younger brother, and relatives all died on the battlefield. At that time, you and I were young and ignorant and didn't know anything. If you hadn't succeeded Hokage, so many things would have happened. How can we know the true face of these guys? Yes. Minato scratched his head and laughed. Although the effect of distinguished heavenly gods has been weakened a lot. However, Minato's position on his identity as 4th Hokage has obviously not changed. Not to mention extremely disgusting, but also extremely disappointed. In the Kingdom of Rain, I found the aura of many Akatsuki members. At this time, Naruto suddenly spoke. For homework and so on, we can wait until the two of them are resurrected to talk. Now, it's time to get down to business. Shao organization? Minato's eyes turned cold when he heard that. Yes, Akatsuki. Naruto nodded, and met Minato's gaze. When you were sleeping, except for Itachi and Kisame, I didn't bribe another member of the Akatsuki organization. But other than that, I also felt a lot of powerful auras. Naruto opened his mouth lightly, but the words are amazing. No, Naruto, you. Knowing the existence of the organization, Minato is not so unfamiliar. He also looked at the root materials. This is an organization composed entirely of rebellious ninjas, whose purpose is to collect tailed beasts and make the world feel pain, so as to rule the ninja world and eradicate war. Judging from the behavior and composition of members, it is indeed a big evil organization. Uchiha Itachi and Kisame are two of them. The masked man who claimed to be Uchiha Madara back then seemed to be part of this organization. But to Minato's dismay, since Naruto found out that there are members of the Akatsuki organization here, why didn't he leave? Their goal is to collect tailed beasts. Leave aside those who don't understand the Akatsuki organization, Naruto. Minato said in a deep voice. Kushina was also a little anxious. You get out of here quickly, we have a long-term plan. Naruto-kun. Has something happened? Seeing that Naruto stopped suddenly and stood motionless for a long time, Shikamaru and Shao Li couldn't help asking. Wait a moment. Naruto looked up at the two of them. I have some things that need to be dealt with. I need help. Shao Ligang said, but was stopped by Shikamaru. Shikamaru shook his head at Shao Li. Don't forget, Naruto has the consciousness of the 4th generation couple in his body to disturb him. This matter is not a secret in Konoha, or even in the ninja world. Master Tsunade is not because of this. That's why Naruto was asked to leave the village to carry out this mission. Is that so? Shao Li suddenly realized. Naruto-kun turned out to be the offspring of the 4th generation. No wonder, he is so powerful. Shao Li looked at Naruto who was standing there, Envy flashed in his eyes. But more, it is hot. Naruto-kun is a genius in his own right, having inherited the talent of Lord 4th Hokage. And I still work so hard. It is normal to have such an achievement today. 4th Hokage. Will be very comforting too, right? In the space of 9 tails. Naruto, this is no joke, get out of here before they find you. Kushina said nervously. It's not that Kushina has lost his nerve. When I was in Konoha, I wanted to fight and kill, but when I first arrived in the Land of Rain, I was frightened. It is really what happened that year that left too much shadow on Kushina. Let her experience the pain of being stripped of 9 tails once, and that's okay. In front of the newborn child, the parents died together. No matter what, Kushina doesn't want to do it again. Yes, Naruto. Minato was also a little anxious. It's all our fault. You have been asleep for so long. You go back to Naruto first. We will go to Master Tsunade and Teacher Jiraiya, and make a good plan. Minato looked remorseful and anxious. The account must be required. Minato didn't spare any of the people who ruined their family back then. But this is not Konoha. Even in Konoha, killing Danzo and judging the 3rd generation, a series of preparations have been made. Now go find the man behind the scenes. Obviously, just going in with such a swagger, the risk factor is extremely high. Actually, I already knew they were in the Land of Rain. Naruto exhaled. He glanced at Minato, then at Kushina. Finally, his eyes fell on the Land of Rain in front of him. The drizzle was hazy, and the Sun City rose from the ground. From a distance, it doesn't look like a ninja village, but more like a steel titan. The tower stood tall in the city, as if it were the eyes of the gods, watching everything in the Kingdom of Rain. Even without this mission, I will come here. Naruto continued. The expressions of Minato and Kushina gradually froze. Naruto, you guys didn't sleep for a long time, but a lot of things happened during this time. Naruto said lightly. Master Tsunade succeeded 5th Hokage, and Master Jiraiya and I invited him personally. At that time, she was in a casino in the Land of Fire. Master Jiraiya managed to find her, but I found a bunch of Akatsuki organizations. They came after me. Naruto turned to look at Minato and Kushina. I took advantage of their lack of manpower, defeated 2 members of the Akatsuki organization, and subdued one. From his mouth, I learned that the organization is about to start collecting information about tailed beasts. Even if I stay in Konoha, they will come. Minato and Kushina fell silent. The two now probably know what Naruto's purpose is. So. You don't want to put the battlefield in Konoha, kid. Minato said with a complicated tone. Naruto raised an eyebrow. Really not. What about Konoha as none of his business? But since Minato said so. Yes. Naruto nods. Sand Shinobi invaded Konoha, although it failed, but Konoha's loss was no less than that of Sand Shinobi. Since they want to capture all the tail beasts, they must have absolute certainty. It's better to take the initiative to attack than to be frightened and fearful in Konoha. And Naruto hesitated for a moment, then continued. I seem to have found a way to revive you. Minato and Kushina were shocked. Naruto, have you found a way? The eyes of the leader of the Akatsuki organization. Naruto said bluntly. It is said that it is Rinnegan, the eye of the Sage of 6 Paths, with the power to raise the dead. I want to give it a try. The resurrection of Minato and Kushina is a major event. It is a very important part of Naruto's plan to let the two take charge of the country of Rain. The situation has changed. In the anime, even if Obito didn't start the 4th Ninja War, the relationship between the 5 major powers is also increasingly tense. Even after Sand Shinobi recuperated for a period of time, he confronted Konoha once at the border. Cloud Shinobi is actively preparing for the battle. With Killer Bee, the perfect 8 Tails Jinchuriki is here. Cloud Shinobi's current combat strength on paper belongs to Konoha. If it weren't for the anime, the Akatsuki organization would start collecting tailed beasts with great fanfare. Became the new target of public criticism. The 4th Ninja World War, I am afraid that it has been fought long ago. War, nothing to do with Naruto. But before the war started, the Shao organization was taken down, and Tianzig was taken down. For Naruto, it is very important. Leave everything to Minato. And then what Minato is going to do, then whatever. Now as long as Uchiha Madara is not revived, nothing can be said. As long as you don't let Otsutsuki Kaguya show up until he's maxed out, it's fine. Naruto's plan was crystal clear. Now, if he wants, Konoha can become what he wants in minutes. Can steadily upgrade the template to the 6 paths template. Then the whole ninja world is the same. No, it's too risky, Naruto. Minato and his wife looked at each other. They both saw emotion and self-blame in each other's eyes. Of course, there are more worries. His son wanted to resurrect them, and the couple had mixed feelings in their hearts. But the risks in it made the two of them not care too much for the time being. You have just mastered the 9 Tails chakra mode, and you are not proficient yet. The risk is too great. Besides, your father. Kushina hesitated to speak, and looked at Minato as if asking for help. Minato also frowns anxiously. Naruto, Mom is right, the risk is too great. I can understand your feelings. My mother and I are very moved, but this matter is too hasty. Calm down first, shall we make a plan? Naruto was silent. A little speechless. He was quite calm, after all, his original plan was to pinch Nagato directly. The current Nagato can't do it. 6 paths, pen 6 paths, is no match for 8 tails yet. Planetary devastation can't stop it. Obito may have such a slight possibility that there are variables. But it has nothing to do with combat power. Naruto is only worried about one thing. Nagato loses, and if Obito makes a timely move, he will take away Nagato's Rinnegan. That's troublesome. Obito isn't a problem though, as long as you're careful. Seeing that Naruto was silent, Minato and Kushina let out a breath, hesitated for a long time, and were still going to tell what happened back then. Actually, Naruto, there is one thing you never knew. Minato said in a deep voice, with a heavy tone. I risked my life to split 9 tails in 2, and I have already made a deal with Shinigami. The reason why I can stand in front of you now is only the little chakra I left behind, and with the chakra of 9 tails, I can maintain it. Although I don't know how powerful the so-called Rinnegan is, after using which spell. It is impossible to recover my soul, at this time. What Minato is more worried about is not that Naruto is going to risk his life. It's another soul hidden in Naruto's body, Uchiha Fugaku. The word resurrection is really too sensitive. No one wants to do it all over again and spend time with their son more than Minato and Kushina. But both of them knew it, it's out of the question. Even if there is any possibility, it is definitely a conspiracy. The ghouls are completely sealed, and it can be lifted. Naruto said softly. Minato and Kushina were taken aback. I have already verified this with Orochimaru. When he invaded Konoha, he also had impure world reincarnation as preparation. The same first-generation item and second Hokage, but the usage is different. Orochimaru was going to kill the consciousness of the two, and then let them fight for you. Originally, he was going to call you back from the Pure Land, but he failed. Naruto looks at Minato. I made a deal with Orochimaru. Let him find a way to rescue your soul, and then use impure world reincarnation to summon your soul out. In this way, through Rinnegan, you can be resurrected. Naruto spoke half-truthfully. The resurrection of Minato is true, and the method is indeed Orochimaru's. It's just not the current Orochimaru, but the future Orochimaru. But it doesn't matter anymore. Minato and Kushina were able to wake up at this time. If he handles Nagato, he handles Obito, he is safe. Besides, I want to resurrect you, but there are actually other reasons. Naruto's expression gradually became serious. That person has the ability to resurrect others, but he has not implemented it. Obviously he does not know the real way. Once he brings back a real evil, like Uchiha Madara, or a powerful villain. At that time, it will really be troublesome. Seeing Minato's gradually moving expression, Naruto knew that this wave should be stable. Although it is only a consciousness, the current Minato is similar to the state of the soul. The weaker the effect of distinguished heavenly gods on Minato, the more goodness in Minato's heart. Even though he was completely disappointed with Konoha, now that Tsunade has succeeded to the throne, Minato has less resentment in his heart. Give Minato one more reason. It is not difficult to make Minato black again. Or not. Minato frowned, but his attitude was firm. At least, you can't put yourself in danger. Let me try it first. At the very least, there must be a certain amount of intelligence support. It is too dangerous to rush in like this. Kushina nodded quickly. Yeah, Naruto. Let mom and dad go and test it first. We're just a chakra, no problem. Naruto blinked. Chakra. Hungry Kido should be able to absorb it, right? Never mind. Even if it can be absorbed, Minato finds that something is wrong, so he can run away directly. Oh well. Naruto agreed decisively, raised his 2 fingers, and Dao Clone appeared immediately. Without hesitation, Kushina and Minato directly entered Shadow Clone in the form of chakra, carrying a lot of chakra. But this time, it was Kushina who led and Minato assisted. Kushina's control of Nine Tails chakra has always been above Minato. With so many chakra this time, even if Minato can control it, he can't play it as perfectly as Kushina. The couple clearly made up their minds. This is Mrs. 4th generation, hello. Xiao Li was a little puzzled when he saw Naruto transform into Kushina. Shikamaru knelt down decisively on one knee and pulled Xiao Li down. Good boy, you wait here for a while, we will go ahead and explore Shisha City. Kushina didn't say much, just glanced at Naruto worriedly. Don't wander around, be obedient. Naruto nodded. Kushina's request, he was always unable to refuse. However, not long after Chin left, Naruto once summoned Shadow Clone. Nothing else. Orochimaru, a signal has been sent. Naruto-kun, the land of rain, is there any special situation? Shikamaru was the first to spot the peculiarities of the situation. Naruto nodded directly. Yes, a battle is about to take place here, you go back first. Go back. Shikamaru and Xiao Li looked at each other. Naruto-kun, you mean? It's a battle at the level of a tailed beast, Naruto said in a deep voice. Please inform Master Tsunade. Only Master Tsunade. I see. Shikamaru nodded instantly. It seems that he is not the only one who has a secret mission. Li, let's go. Shikamaru didn't stay any longer, and headed towards Konoha with Xiao Li. And Naruto looked at Shadow Clone. Shadow Clone waited in place, always paying attention to the situation of Minato and his wife. The main body is 2 fingers erected, disappearing. But when Naruto appeared again, he did not come to the country of Vortex. The country of Vortex and the country of Rain straddle half of the ninja world, and the induction of Flying Thunder God cannot be transmitted to Naruto. Naruto's Shadow Clone arrived in the land of the winds. I originally thought that you would come to me in after you succeeded. Naruto looked at Orochimaru in the yellow sand, frowning slightly. This is not the shrine of the Uzumaki clan. It was the gate of Orochimaru's previous base. Here, he fought against the 1st generation and 2nd generation projects from Orochimaru Impure World Reincarnation. Naruto-kun's willingness to revive his parents is really touching. Orochimaru smiled wickedly and said in a playful tone. But, Naruto-kun, it seems that you underestimate me? As Orochimaru said, he wriggled his throat and took out a mask with mucus from his mouth. Naruto-kun. Since you know the technique of sealing the ghouls, you also recognize this mask, right? Naruto raised an eyebrow. He couldn't remember which mask Orochimaru used to enter the shrine in the anime. But since Orochimaru dared to take it out, it proves that there should be nothing wrong. It's just that Naruto is a little curious, he just provides a general direction. How did Orochimaru manage to do all this in such a short period of time? Something is wrong. But Naruto hasn't figured it out yet. It seems that you also know a lot about ghoul sealing. Naruto folded his arms around his chest, but he opened Kagura's eyes, maximizing the spread of perception. All around, no one was there. Only Orochimaru. Not even Sasuke is here. Naruto is ready to sense Sasuke's position. But Orochimaru suddenly gave a strange laugh. Forgive my caution, Naruto-kun. You have too many things in your hands. I have no chance of winning in front of you, so I can only leave a little backup. The Flying Thunder God mark on Sasuke-kun has been sealed by me. I see. There was a flash in Naruto's eyes. But soon, being so clear turned into coldness. Sasuke-kun is my classmate and friend, dear relative and friend. It's hard for me to do what you do, Mr. Snake G. The pupils instantly turned into Nine Tails vertical pupils, and the scarlet chakra covered Naruto's body. The 3 tails were instantly revealed, and Naruto entered the 3 tails mode directly. Orochimaru, after all, was out of control. Naruto doesn't understand Orochimaru's intentions. To threaten him with Minato's soul? To coerce him? No. Orochimaru is more fearless than it seems. Naruto was also puzzled. Right now, in the entire ninja world, unless Uchiha Madara is revived, who can be his opponent? In front of Orochimaru, he gave away the first generation and second generation items in seconds. On that day, due to the fear of Shiwan, she couldn't do it fake. So what the heck? Can this Orochimaru, who has always been cautious, suddenly become so fearless? Naruto-kun, you really care about Sasuke-kun. Orochimaru took a step back, cold sweat evident on his brow. There are only 3 tails, and it seems that the face has not been torn. If Naruto has only mastered the 3 tails mode, Orochimaru is certainly not afraid. But apparently, Naruto's power doesn't stop there. But if I remember correctly, Naruto-kun and Sasuke-kun didn't make a deal with me, right? Naruto-kun. You don't want to go back on your word, do you? Hearing this, Naruto raised his eyebrows again. Orochimaru's attitude suddenly changed. It seems that it is just a test. It is estimated that there are some so-called whole cards, but not many. But it doesn't matter what Orochimaru does. Even if Orochimaru is now sealed with ghouls, he is sure to avoid its edge. Naruto really can't think of any means to restrict him at this stage. That's right, Mr. Orochimaru. Naruto was going to take down 9 Tails chakra. But at this time, a prompt from the system made him stunned. Your immortal eye LV4 has been upgraded to LV5. Naruto was slightly surprised. When he looked at it a few days ago, the progress group was around 90%. Why suddenly? Naruto roughly glanced at the system interface. Now, his personal skills interface is more like the original mall interface. Everything that can be bought and should be bought has already arrived. And most of them have been upgraded to LV9. Only a few high-end skills upgrade slower, but they have all reached LV7 or above. It is estimated that it will not be long, except for Wood Style, Sage Body and Fairy Eye, he can reach LV9. By then, the upgrade rate will definitely be faster. Naruto silently took out the Eternal Mangekyo Sharingan. Eye of Eternity Rinnegan, requires Indra and Ashura's chakra, a direct infusion of 6 paths power. Of these 2, he only has Ashura's chakra for the time being. No matter how purified the system is, no matter how it is upgraded, the speed will not be much faster. Oh? Has the pupil technique really been strengthened? Naruto switched to Eternal Eyes, feeling the power of the pupils, but staring at Orochimaru. Orochimaru's heart beat faster. Still underestimate this little guy. Judging from this posture, it is estimated that he is going to miss the appointment. Fortunately, he still has a hand. That. Naruto-kun. If that's the case, let's just start right away. Orochimaru asked tentatively. Naruto raised his eyebrows slightly. Can. From Mangekyo to the Eternal Eye. The most obvious effect is that using the eyes has less impact on the body. But that is the Eternal Mangekyo Sharingan through transplantation. At this time, Naruto, at the same time as he felt his pupil power increase. But he also clearly felt the increase in the pupil technique. First is the purification of the left eye. This is because Naruto was too timid, afraid that the power of the distinguished heavenly gods would be too strong, so he racked his brains to evolve it. Mangekyo, what the soul reflects. When I opened my eyes, the deepest thing accumulated in my heart was the source of Mangekyo's pupil technique. Naruto at the time hated the distinguished heavenly gods. So this pupil technique appeared. It's just that so far, it hasn't worked once. 2 shots from distinguished heavenly gods, 1 shot was blocked by Minato, and the other shot was blocked by Kisame. He didn't have a chance to use it. Naruto originally thought that this pupil technique could only be used after infinite Tsukuyomi. But now, the purification of the left eye can not only clear other pupil techniques, but also absorb the pupil power exerted by them. Kind of like Rinnegan absorbing chakra's power. But Naruto feels that the upper limit of this pupil technique is more than that. The superior Otsutsuki family, such as the Otsutsuki Eye style, has its own special pupil technique. With evolved purification, it seems to be able to restrain it. But that's all for later. At this stage, at most one Uchiha Madara's wheel tomb will come. The pupil technique of his left eye is still a bit tasteless. Besides, Naruto still has guesses. The situation is special when he starts Mangekyo. At that time, there was still a soul of the original body in the body. It interfered with the process of opening his eyes, causing his right eye to become into the soul. Now that there is such an ability to absorb pupil power, it should be awakened. Then there is the pupil technique of the right eye, into the soul. Previously, only the soul or consciousness could be transferred to reach chakra. He needs to have a conscious body himself, such as the chakra that Kushina and Minato stored in his body. There are also some tasteless, only useful in specific situations. After all, it is the strongest desire of the original body, wanting to enter the body of 9 tails, from 5 tails. But now there is one more, the ability to extract consciousness. It is possible to extract the consciousness of others and transfer it into another person's body. It just consumes a bit more pupil power. Even though he now has LV6 wood style and LV3 sage body. Naruto estimated that it would take at least 1,000 years to start a cooldown. That's the basic cooldown for distinguished heavenly gods. No wonder. The ability of the evolved, into the soul, is much stronger than that of distinguished heavenly gods. Distinguished heavenly gods can only change the will of others. Although they can do it quietly, they can only change after all. But entering the soul can directly deprive people of consciousness, and even force it on other people. It is clear at a glance which of the two is stronger and weaker. He probably knew about his new pupil technique. Naruto then looked at Orochimaru, although only for a short moment. But when Naruto looked at Orochimaru again, a great change took place. Some playful, even some pity. Isn't the living corpse reincarnation developed by Orochimaru the result of his pupil technique? Just don't know how long it will last, but if Orochimaru were to turn into a tailed beast, even if it was just a one-tail Shukuru, he would be very happy, right? Immortalized directly. Is there any question? Naruto-kun. Orochimaru also felt the change in Naruto's eyes. He was a little puzzled, but more nervous. What kind of look is this? It just doesn't feel right. It's okay, you can start. Naruto shrugged and said, he is actually a little curious now. To remove the soul from the belly of a Shinigami requires a sacrifice. Orochimaru used himself in the anime, but at the last moment, he grabbed White Zetsu's body. And now, look at Orochimaru like this. There was no gesture to call Sasuke out, nor did he seem to intend to let him bring Itachi over. So, whose body is Orochimaru going to use this time? Do you need me to bring Itachi over to you? Naruto raised his eyebrows suddenly. Orochimaru, who was about to seal summoning, laughed strangely when he heard this. That's not necessary. Although I covet Itachi-kun's body very much, I heard that he has already suffered from an incurable disease. Naruto-kun, you're really calculating. Naruto froze for a moment. The ferret is seriously ill, and it is said that few people know about it. He has been well hidden. In the anime, after Itachi died, Black Zetsu analyzed it and informed Obito. Before that, Obito didn't know about it all the time, and was on guard against Itachi. Naruto-kun seems surprised. Seeing Naruto's expression, Orochimaru's smile became even brighter. If it wasn't for my new friend, who informed me of this news, I'm afraid I wouldn't be able to live long after I replaced Itachi-kun's body. Naruto keenly captured a key word, friend. Orochimaru has a fart friend. New acquaintance? Naruto frowned gradually. Let me guess. Naruto narrowed his eyes. You can find the shrine of the Uzumaki clan, and find the Shinigami mask that sealed off the ghouls. Shouldn't it be possible without the help of your new friend? Naruto felt that he probably knew who Orochimaru's new friend was. Of course. Orochimaru said without hesitation. At the same time, with the mudra of both hands, a big snake came out from summoning. Otherwise, relying on myself alone, I'm afraid I won't be able to complete the deal with Naruto-kun on time. Naruto looked at the big snake that came out of Orochimaru's summoning. The belly is a little swollen, but it was wriggling towards something. And when the pale humanoid creature was spit out, Naruto understood in an instant. Naruto-kun, Itachi-kun's body is almost at its limit. I think we can change the content of our transaction a little bit. Orochimaru said with a strange smile. I redeemed the 4th generation Hokage for you. In exchange, I just want a few minutes of your time. Come and meet this new friend with me. How 0? That's White Zetsu. In a coma, lying motionless on the ground with mucus on his body. Orochimaru's new friend, as absolutely. Naruto narrowed his eyes. Unexpected, reasonable. He is moving. Black Zetsu, too, was on the move. His purpose is to resurrect Otsutsuki Kaguya and pull the entire ninja world into infinite Tsukuyomi. For Black Zetsu, the entire ninja world is an enemy. Then the question of position becomes somewhat blurred. It seems that Black Zetsu also feels threatened. Naruto came to a conclusion. In the anime, Black Zetsu has been assisting Obito in carrying out Uchiha Madara's plan. Nagato did collect tailed beasts step by step. But now, the situation seems to be getting out of control. This Nine Tails Jinchuriki, he has mastered the perfect tail beast mode in advance. And also eyeing Shao organization. It seems reasonable that Black Zetsu is going to do something. Naruto agreed. Tell your new friend. I will go to the Land of Rain to find him right away. Naruto was rather curious. Minato and Kushina have now approached Nagato. If nothing else, Minato and Kushina will not succeed. It is still a bit difficult to defeat Six Paths Pain without knowing Pain's ability. But that doesn't mean the duo will lose. Kushina is carrying a large number of Tailbeast's chakra, almost ready to enter Five Tails mode. Even if Pain could win, it would be a miserable victory at most. Moreover, Kushina's Kagura Mind Eye can also detect Pain's chakra very well. Pain's secret will not be hidden for long in front of Kagura's mind. It depends on how Minato operates. When he mastered a certain amount of information about Pain. Don't talk about crushing Pain, at least he won't run away. As for being absorbed by chakra by Hungry Kido, or being absorbed by Shira Dao. That is a shadow clone, not a big problem. Oh? Looking at Naruto's calm expression, Orochimaru was suddenly inexplicably puzzled. The kid seemed to have guessed something. As expected of someone who can play Uchiha Itachi in the palm of his hand. I thought the biggest threat would be the angry fourth-generation couple. But now it seems. Whether the hatred between the fourth-generation couple is real or not is not certain. Orochimaru knew Minato well. That child may not be able to do such a thing. I'm curious, Naruto-kun. You don't look surprised. Do you know that one too? Orochimaru probed. He did not go to the country of Vortex. It took a month to find the ancestral hall of the Uzumaki family, which was a bit difficult. There is a lot of literature to be found in a way to trade with Shinigami. Orochimaru's original plan was to walk away from the deal. Prepare a suitable body and hide from the sky. As for Sasuke-kun, the child has mastered the power of the curse seal. There is also his imprint in the body. Wild growth is. When the time is right, he goes to seize the body again, it's the same. But also during his preparation, absolutely, found him. No fighting, no attacking. Although wearing the clothes of Shao organization and wearing the ring of Shao organization, he came to discuss cooperation with him. Absolutely. Bring Shinigami's mask and the method of trading with Shinigami together. At the same time, a white Zetsu body is also brought. What an amazing creature. Just inject Hashirama cells and immediately use wood style. There is also a strong adaptability, even transplanting Sharingan is no problem. If only such a creature could have been obtained sooner. I'm afraid his research will be much ahead of schedule, right? It's not even acquaintance. Naruto shook his head. When I was in Konoha, I felt this guy's chakra. At that time, I just thought it was a little strange. I thought it was someone like a spy, but I later found out that it was a member of the Akatsuki organization. Naruto said half-truths. Kagura's heart eye can indeed perceive the existence of Ju. He also occasionally sensed it a few times, but there is no good way to deal with it. That thing can't be killed. There is no need to kill. White Zetsu and Black Zetsu are not a creature per se. My current plan is to destroy the Akatsuki organization. Since he has a plan to cooperate, it's time to meet. I wonder if Mr. Orochimaru is interested in a second cooperation? Of course. Orochimaru smiled strangely. It is my honor to cooperate with Naruto-kun. I just hope that this cooperation, Naruto-kun will not have the idea of killing me. Orochimaru hands not Mudra, as Naruto doesn't trust him. Orochimaru, too, was afraid to trust the young ninja. Orochimaru puts the Shinigami mask on his face. The ceremony has begun. At the same time, Minato and Kushina also came to the land of rain. Perceived. Indeed, the chakra of these people has some strange fruits. Kushina moved forward all the way, and Kagura's eyes were opened to the maximum. Uchiha Itachi and chakra of Ganpei Kisame are here, but they didn't see us. Kushina. Let's go straight to that one. Minato stared straight at the tower. That guy is the one who attacked Konoha back then. Kushina's tone turned cold. Not sure. Minato shook his head. I left the mark of Flying Thunder God on that person when I was. But now, I don't feel it. On the contrary, it is Uchiha Itachi. He has the mark of Flying Thunder God on his body. But it was given to him by Naruto. Minato's tone was relieved. Naruto also learned Flying Thunder God. As expected of his son. Although using Flying Thunder God with Shadow Clone, it can give back experience to a great extent. But to be able to do this in such a short period of time is better than he was back then. This time, we can't let that guy get away. The couple share the same mind, and Kushina's tone is somewhat relieved, but at the same time extremely firm. The two walked forward, and at this moment, the rain stopped. Here they come. Pain sits firmly on the high tower, and the rain and tiger's freedom technique gives Kushina's chakra a very clear feedback. Is it Nine Tails Jinchuriki? Conan asked coldly. It's here, faster than expected. Not quite. Nagato shook his head, has a strong tail beast chakra, but a woman. Woman. Conan frowned. This doesn't match the information. Is it the other tailed beast Jinchuriki who came here? Nine Tails Jinchuriki will arrive in the Land of Rain recently. This is the information provided by Uchiha Madara. This person is not trustworthy, but the information of this person has not made any mistakes so far. Go and try it out. Get ready too. Nagato closed his eyes. Chakra spread out through the console and connected to 6 paths Pain's dormant chamber. Nine Tails Jinchuriki is not an easy person. Even he needs enough preparation. I see. Conan responded lightly, his body turned into pieces of paper and disappeared. 2 minutes later, Kushina stopped suddenly. Coming. In the perception, the breath of the sun is approaching rapidly. Is there only one person here? It seems that we have been discovered long ago. Minato said in a deep voice. Then it's up to you. Kushina moved chakra slowly, his eyes gradually turned cold. It should be just to test the situation, and I will do it when I meet the right owner. Okay. Minato takes over body control. Transformation technique is still the image of Kushina, but now it is Minato who is acting. Minato's image, too obvious. This is also a tactic. Confuse the enemy, let the battle have a sense of hierarchy and rhythm. It doesn't take a moment. Sheets of paper fell in front of Minato, converging into Conan's body, with paper wings. Who are you? Why step into the territory of the Kingdom of Rain? Conan floats in midair with an indifferent expression, holy and noble. Without Rinnegan. Minato narrowed his eyes while making mudras with his hands. No need for indifferent probing. The enemy came with killing intent and malice. Unnecessary probing, just a waste of time. Wind-style great breakthrough. Minato raised his hand and was a sea-level wind-style, the wind howled towards Conan. Ignorant intruder. Conan faced the strong wind, but there was no fear in his eyes. It didn't even mean to dodge. The wings snapped, and a gust of air hit Minato's wind-style. The strong winds collide with each other and cancel each other out. At the same time, the sheets of paper behind Conan have condensed into shurikens, spinning continuously. Die. Whoosh whoosh whoosh. The paper shuriken slammed at Minato. That's the detonator. Dodge. Kushina discovered the paper shuriken trap for the first time. During lacing, the center has started to burn. Apparently, it's a shuriken disguised with a detonator. Minato didn't hesitate, and stepped out one after another in an instant, opening the distance. Boom. Boom. Explosions sounded one after another. The detonating talisman shuriken exploded, and the flames covered the place where Minato was just now. Ah. Rats in the gutter. Conan looked at the red-haired woman who was dodging non-stop, and the explosive shuriken was ready. Whoosh whoosh whoosh. The detonating talisman shuriken is covered and shot. Minato's pupils shrank, and he dodged one after another. Boom. Explosions sounded one after another. Minato tossed and turned, seemingly embarrassed, but left many marks of flying thunder god around him. It's not good, Kushina. I left too quickly, I didn't bring many ninja tools. Otherwise. Minato kept switching body shapes. Conan's detonating rune shuriken covered bombing, so that he had no chance of melee. Even if his speed has been maintained at the speed of shuriken shooting. But if things go on like this, they will still suffer. Think about it yourself. The guy behind this woman hasn't appeared yet, so I can't make a move. Kushina said disdainfully. Hey. Minato laughed. So let's do something a little bit better. Minato took out a handful of kunai. This is his only kunai bearing the flying thunder god sigil. I left in such a hurry that I only took this. But to deal with an enemy who can only use the detonating talisman shuriken, that's enough. Whoosh. Flying thunder god kunai shoots Conan. Rasengan is condensed in Minato's hands. Conan frowned. Small tricks. Raising his hand, Tien Leifa shot the paper shuriken directly at Minato. At the same time, 2 more shuriken shots were fired at Minato's flying thunder god kunai. Is it? The corner of Minato's mouth hooked slightly. Flying thunder god, launch. In the next moment, Minato has come to the side of flying thunder god kunai. But he didn't stop there, but stepped on the flying thunder god kunai, instantly activated, and went straight to Conan. So fast. Conan's pupil shrank, and he controlled the wings to wrap his body. And the next second, boom, Rasengan. Blue's chakra ball hit Conan's wings, with a huge impact, directly shattered Conan's body. 2. It's over, intruder. Conan's voice was neither happy nor sad, and there was no panic in his eyes just now. I saw sheets of paper burning, surrounding Minato. Conan, with only his upper body left, kept floating backwards, but raised his fingers. Burn. Explode. Boom. Tens of thousands of detonating symbols exploded at the same time. This tactic was originally prepared for Uchiha Madara. Pretend to let Uchiha Madara get close, and then activate the detonator hidden in the body. But Conan dropped that tactic 2 years ago. The reason is that she doesn't know how long Uchiha Madara was invincible. So she negotiated with Nagato to let Dilla, who is not rebellious, join the Akatsuki organization. The purpose is to try out the limit of Uchiha Madara one day. But now, it is just right for this woman who has the same hair color as Nagato. It is indeed over. Suddenly, Conan's pupils shrank. That figure had come to her side without knowing when. In his hand, he was holding a detonating talisman wrapped in chakra. Even you can't bear your own attack? Goodbye. Boom. Too slow, Minato. What's the matter? Are you feeling sorry for the little girl? What fourth Hokage? What gold glitter? It's useless. Minato solved the opponent with flying thunder god 3 times, but was mercilessly mocked by Kushina. Sorry. It's really a bit rusty. Minato was a little embarrassed. The enemy is not weak, he can disguise the detonating talisman as a shuriken, and can carry out such a large-scale attack. If it wasn't for the lack of close combat methods, it would be considered a difficult enemy. In the final analysis, it is still not enough preparation. If you can bring more traits like kunai, or something like a flash bomb, it is easy to solve the ninja of this rain country. She's gone, Minato. Kushina's voice sounded. The place to go is where the tower is. Minato picked up the kunai on the ground, the corners of his mouth hooked slightly. It seems that the tower is indeed the base camp. The enemy is not dead. What came out from the beginning was just a clone. This, Minato and Kushina have known from the beginning. It's just that the two didn't point it out. Their purpose is to test and obtain as much information as possible, rather than crushing in one fell swoop. TCH. I really want to take a sip of tailed beast bomb and blow that place down. It won't take too long, and Naruto will have to suffer when we go back. Kushina muttered. They are fighting with Naruto's shadow clone. When the battle is over, Naruto has to bear the battle information. But Kushina just complained. Although I really want to do this, and the will is very strong. The awareness of 9 tails has had an increasingly profound impact on Kushina. But Kushina still has priorities. Maybe it's not impossible, Kushina. Minato said suddenly at this moment, the corners of his mouth curled up. Kushina, the purpose of Akatsuki's organization is to collect tail beasts. Perhaps. Just to try it out. Kushina froze for a moment. Are you serious? What about the Rinnegan when you fire the tailed beast bomb directly at the enemy base camp? Son, but I plan to. Kushina was half-spoken, and suddenly stopped himself. Minato's expression turned a little colder. Life and death are irreversible, Kushina. Although I also want to make up for Naruto and spend more time with him. But you and I both know that this is a conspiracy, an absolute conspiracy. Why did they sleep for so long this time? Isn't that what the other hidden soul in Naruto is doing? Uchiha Fugaku. The former patriarch of the Uchiha clan gave Mangekyo to Naruto, but he himself chose to die. Looks like a generous man, but it's full of weirdness everywhere. A pupil technique that can transfer souls. Minato had never heard of it, but if he had this Mangekyo, he certainly wouldn't sit still. Obvious. Fugaku, too, is looking for opportunities. Then just destroy those eyes. Kushina mobilized chakra. Even if you can't be resurrected, being able to accompany Naruto is enough. I missed it, pain. Conan's body regrouped in front of Nagato. It's okay. Nagato opened his eyes, his gaze was cold. Have you found out the other party's identity? Conan was silent for a moment. It's a woman. Not that any known tail beast Jinchuriki should be related to Nine Tails Jinchuriki. Although the identity of the other party is not known, it is not difficult to guess. Not Jinchuriki, but chakra with a tailed beast. It seems that this time, we are going to fight the old Hokage. Nagato wasn't intimidated. Film? It's just a name. Once upon a time, there was also a demigod in the land of rain. Once was someone they respected so much. But in the end, when he died, he was so embarrassed. With these eyes, he is destined to stand at the top of the entire ninja world. A former Hokage, plus 2 Jinchuriki. At this moment, Nagato suddenly felt an inexplicable crisis. Oops. Nagato frowned. Without any explanation, both hands quickly sealed. Conan. Get me out of here. Conan didn't hesitate, his figure directly turned into pieces of paper. While wrapping Nagato, he retreated quickly. And the next second, a black and purple-tailed beast bomb is coming straight to the tower. Boom. The sound of the explosion shook the sky. Conan took Nagato out of range of the explosion at the last moment. This. Conan looked at the high tower shrouded in flames and black smoke below, his face full of astonishment. It seems that the other party also has powerful perceptual ninjutsu. Conan, quickly take me to the Saturn base. Nagato was fairly calm. The opponent was able to accurately lock onto his position, which was indeed beyond Nagato's expectations. But he also has a corresponding response plan. Tisk. Was run away by him. Kushina watched the figure disappear into the sky from a distance, and the tail beast chakra coat on his body gradually disappeared, showing disdain. Rinnegan, that's all. It is Kushina Ben who is manipulating the body now. After all, it used half of our chakra's tailed beast bomb. It's normal to avoid the edge, Kushina. Minato was calm. Can you still feel their positions? If they do it again, the opponent should have to reveal more abilities. There is a tiger that can make teacher Jiraiya so jealous. Obviously, it will not be the easy generation. Of course it's okay. Kushina activated Kagura Mind Eye again, but this time, she couldn't perceive the existence of that breath. The other party should have entered the barrier that isolates detection. Kushina frowned. It's not impossible to find them, but... Minato, here we come again. In Kushina's perception, a total of 6 paths came at the same time. Chakra is a little weird, but she couldn't tell.